Hey guys, it's your boy Serrano. Thank you for clicking that like button and subscribe button on your way in so you can show your appreciation for the channel. So, it's your boy Serrano here. Today, actually, I was walking through the city and me and my coworker had decided that after work we'd go and check out the Samsung Note 8. Um, so, we decided we'd walk into Best Buy and take a look at all the different phones that they did have to offer. Um, there was a special promotion today that would only last 2 days, and it's actually Sunday now, so the deal is over yesterday, where the S8 Plus and the S8 were 550 and 650, and now they jump back up to 750 and 850. But the Note 8 was available for pre-order at it didn't actually list what the price was on the tag here, but it's it's speculated that it was 950. And with the deal that they're having for the pre-order, you're gonna get $150 off with like a VR headset and some other cool features that they added on there. But one of the things I wanted to mention was that when I picked up the Note 8, I noticed the the beautiful display, the 6.2-inch display, which was bezel-less.
This is the
And
Note
what I did
8.
notice was
Hold,
that the
hold
curved
this, hold
edges
this.
were less
Look at the
curved
back.
on the S8.
Dual
They were more
cameras on
curved on the
there.
S8 Plus, and on this one, it was a little less curved on the Note 8. So
We're
that was
holding
so
it.
that you can get better usage of the pen when you're writing on it. And you can see here my coworker grabs the phone. She's checking
I
it out for
love that.
herself.
Look how
She's
bright
telling
that
me that
screen is.
she
Look
is
how
just,
skinny it
her,
is. The
her
bezels,
socks are knocked
there's no
off at this
bezels on
point.
there.
She can't believe that
YouTube.
the Note 8 is available in the store for pre-order. And what we're doing a lot of different tests to check out some of the features. She's a YouTuber as well, so she immediately jumps to the YouTube. But what you see here is that the pen toggle feature has a whole slew of different options here. What it does is it gives you the wheel like normal when you pull out the pen, but then right here you can actually rearrange and choose the designated buttons that you want it to actually be designated to when you pull out that pen, and it gives you like 6 or 7 different options, even 8 options on the wheel here. And the pen on the Note 8 is super precise, and it's so for the artists out there, for the people that are looking for the convenience of the pen. Not everybody is gonna actually be turned on by the Note 8 pen, but what it was when I walked up to the S8 Plus, and I didn't actually pick up the S8 because it's just too small for me. In my opinion, it's way too small. So the S8 Plus and the Note 8, I was going back and forth and checking out all the different features that both phones did have to offer. But what it was that the Note 8 had the pen, and it actually felt better in my hands because it was bigger, and the screen was bigger. And I jumped back to the S8 Plus just to confirm like how it felt, and it did feel really great in hand. But when I went back to the Note 8, it just was like a match made in heaven, and it just offered a whole lot more with the pen feature that it did have to offer. What you're gonna hear a lot on YouTube and all over the internet is that the Note 8 um, is not an upgrade from the S8 Plus, and you're gonna hear that all over the internet. But just by feeling out some of the features on here and looking at the phone and just playing around with it, I definitely think this is an upgrade. And just in my opinion alone, just my opinion, um, because of the pen on the front of there. And then what it is that a lot of people are going to say, why is it so big? The 6.2 inches is huge. But in my opinion, the screen on there, the 6.2 inches compared to the 5.9 is a lot better for me, because when you're holding the phone and you're a YouTuber and you're an artist and you're a media consumer, and you just love to, you know, watch anything, or deal with a lot of different types of media on your phone, you're going to want a bigger screen. I actually think that going with the 6.2 inch was actually perfect size there. And what it is that people are going to say, well, it's too tall and too narrow. But that actually made it better for me, in my opinion. So, that's just my opinion alone. You could have yours, but just what it was that three of the agents that were actually working here on duty, we were chatting back and forth, and we actually hit it off. Got into some conversation. The guy came up with the Note 8 in hand, and what he did was he was watching the Transformers, and I commented that the quality on there was second to none, that it was absolutely gorgeous. And the screen just looked amazing with the 60 frames per second video. And he was said, yeah, I just watch all my content 60 frames per second and 4K videos. And I said, well, check out one of these phones that I actually do have in my possession, which was the PPTV King 7S. And I pulled out that phone, and it was 6 inches, and it had the 2K screen, and it had the 3D screen on there. And he actually put it in his hand, and his mind was literally blown away, and his socks immediately came off. It knocked his socks off. And what happened was he called over a couple of different associates that were some of his best buddies working in Best Buy, and they came over and confirmed that it had been one of the greatest screens and technologies that they ever seen. And they were questioning, why didn't the Note 8 include or incorporate the 3D screen on there? And it's just something that they're not going to do with the TVs or anything like that, just because a lot of people can't adjust their eyes to that type of technology. But what it is was with the Note 8, you're going to see here that the precise pen feature that it does have to offer is perfect for the daily artist, graphic designer, business person that wants to keep track of all their notes and all their different things like that. It's going to be a match made in heaven. It's going to be one of the best things you ever used. It's going to basically, um, for me, in my opinion, in my personal opinion, this was the best phone in the store. I kept gravitating back to it. I actually went over to the Sony phone, which had the first 4K screen resolution on there, but immediately gravitated back to the Note 8 just because it had that beautiful look with the bezel-less screen, 6.2 inches. The screen is just second to none. I didn't get the chance to really check out a lot of the audio quality on there, but just playing around with the S Pen here, getting a lot of different detail. And when you use the pen, you notice that it's pressure sensitive, and it has a whole bunch of different features in the paint option there that you could just choose from and be able to customize to your liking. Now, I could probably talk all day long about that Samsung Galaxy Note 8. It had a lot of features such as the dual cameras, which is the S8 Plus didn't have. It had the 6 gigs of RAM, which the S8 Plus doesn't have. It had a 6.2-inch the screen, which is bigger and which is better for my personal preference. And it had the S Pen features with the live text messaging that the Note 8, the Samsung S8 doesn't have, the S8 Plus. So it just had a whole different boatload of features that they did have to offer us that I definitely wanted to take advantage of when using the phone. Um, and if you just take a look at all that it did have to offer in a whole package form compared to its predecessor, the S8 Plus, it's going to be a better package deal, but it's going to be more money. So it's up to you and your personal preference. As you can see here, the Sony phones were actually quite amazing and impressive, just to say the least. The screen on there was brighter than the recent solar eclipse. You might have to use the solar eclipse glasses on 100% brightness, because this thing actually was blinding me at the highest setting. And you could see here in the video, it can't even capture the screen because of how bright it is. But you could definitely adjust that as well. This thing is going to play 4K videos. It's going to have 4K picture content. The screen on there might just be a 1080 resolution, but when it comes to media, it's automatically going to go up to the highest 4K setting, and for your personal preference and your personal liking. It's called the XA1 Sony phone, which is actually quite impressive, just to say the least. As you can see here, I messed around and pressed the selfie button, and so you could actually see my face here in the video. And the cameras on here are highly touted as well. And yeah, but I immediately gravitated back to the Note 8 just because it was the it was the bigger and better phone in the room. Also, Blue had some good budget phones here at like 99 and below, or 130 and below. But it's your boy Serrano. If you found this video helpful in any way possible, on your way out, show your appreciation, and I'll check you out on the next video. Peace.